guys, it's Kelly. Page 2 of my 28-page mini art journal is not my favorite. Okay, don't bail out on me on the next 26 pages because this one did not turn out nice. But you know what? I laughed throughout the whole thing as I continually tried to organize myself. I think it's because I've been so sick. I've had my left eardrum ruptured, visit to the ER, bleeding down my neck. It was horrible. Just an awful infection in my head, and now I'm on my second round of antibiotics. Ear, nose, and throat specialist. I might have to have tubes put in my ear. I'm 43 years old, for God's sakes. Anyway, you know, life throws you for loops. But I think being sick is just, and in pain with my ears, just affected my ability to organize my art projects. So I'll try and cover what we missed. I did not, the record button, apparently when I pushed it, I didn't push it hard enough, so I missed the whole first half of this one. But what I did, I've got 3 different stamp sets that I use, and they all just happen to be designed by Ren Stamps. There's a fiddlehead set, which are those cool little swirly things with the leaves in the middle. Then the leaves on the side, on the right side of that page, are the striped reed set. I really like those. And then my favorite, the water droplet set. I try not to overuse it, but I just love it so much. But so I love all the stamps that I use, but I just couldn't get it organized. And I wound up, you know, I tried to make my own flower out of those little swirly things, and that's what's underneath there. And I just didn't like how it turned out. It just wasn't working for me. So I wound up covering up with several layers of tissue paper, and on each layer of the tissue paper I had stamped something on it. So, and just collaged it. And although this is not my favorite page, you know, I've got a lot of not favorite pages. I did commit to you guys that all 28 pages would be shared, whether I loved it or hated it. And here it is. And the whole message behind this page is every page doesn't have to be your favorite. Just enjoy the process and just go with it. I was laughing throughout this whole process as every attempt I made to fix it, it just seemed to get worse. So I finally just said, you know what, just play and have a good time. So, sorry about my camera being to the right. I'm right-handed. That was not the best location, so I won't be doing that again. But all I'm doing there with my white Jelly Roll pen is just adding some white highlights here and there. And then the background is just some blue gelatos spread out and then covered up with, you know, some whitewash and some tissue paper. And then I needed some colors, so I just decided to dump out everything that I have in my jar that has gelatos and my shimmering H2Os in it. And I'm just using my water brush to grab the color straight from the little canister and put it on there. Now those of you that don't know, when you have those little canisters of paint, if you get water in them, please don't put the lid on, leave them out, because the next time you open it, you might open it and find some serious mold growing in there. I've heard a lot of people have that with their shimmering H2Os and also with their Viva Decor Inca Gold. Yeah, that happens sometimes. So just make sure it's completely dried out before you put that lid back on for your shimmering H2Os. Excuse me. So, yeah, I'm just adding some color in there. And there's lots of Mod Podge, layers of Mod Podge on there. I just decided to just keep collaging until it was something that I could live with and still looked nice. And I liked how the extra colors got added on there, but it's hard for me to do these journals because I want to add dimension and, you know, big popping layers and things to my pages and flowers and metal pieces and stuff like that. But if I do that, I'm not going to be able to close my pages. So I'm keeping things flat. So, and it's proven to be more challenging for me than I originally had anticipated. But again, this page is about enjoying the process. That was my Yogi Bear shaking. Enjoying the process, whether you love it or hate it. I don't hate it because it's still a therapeutic process, and just let go and just move on with it. Everything you do doesn't have to be a masterpiece. You know, just do it and enjoy it. But so, and I wound up at the end, I'm just slapping some color here and there, but in the end I wound up writing on there with a black Sharpie something to the effect of every page doesn't have to be your favorite page, but it's still your page. But I didn't like how the writing was looking, so I wound up just adding it on my printer and matting it and covering it up that way. So, and I was laughing really hard there when I just had my heat tool out. I was laughing really hard because I embossed that flower that I tried to make underneath all those layers of tissue paper. So when you heat it up, it starts bubbling up again. And it was just getting worse. And I couldn't help but laugh. So I was like, you tried too hard on this one, Kelly. But so there's a little black piece of, scratch paper that I had, and I just put some white gelatos on there and then hit the edges with my black soot distress ink and distress the edges of that. Every page doesn't have to be your favorite page. And just use my ATG gun and slap that on the black paper and then glued it on and covered up what I had written because it was just lost in there. It wasn't doing very well. So definitely lacking some design in this page, but that's okay. That's all right. I still thoroughly enjoyed it. I think I laughed more on this one than I have on other pages because the more I tried, the worse I got. But it's still page 2 of my 28-page series. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Page 3 is going to be better. It's got to be better. Thanks for watching, guys. More to come.